welcome back to Reydar, the show with one goal in mind, to become best friends by the end of the episode. Today, we have a phenomenal guest. I know that you guys have gotten used to, all the comedians before. Today, we have someone who is not a comedian. They are an artist. They are, I'll let them explain in a second. This Ed Brescia of I want to say Covina fame. I'm sure you're popular in other places too.
I feel like that's where everything kind of started.
Hell yeah. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, I'm just busy, just trying to stay afloat, making art. It's hard.
Yeah, you were telling me last time we met you're going to be moving soon.
Yeah, I'm going to be moving to Houston. I got married in December, so my wife lives out there.
Yeah. Oh shit! Congratulations.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm stoked. It's definitely a different place, but I've lived in Texas once before.
For sure. I was born in Texas, born
really?
in El Paso. Yeah.
Where at?
The main, it has a different name now. Before it was like Saint something, but the main hospital in El Paso, Texas.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. I found out that me and Lisa were from the same area.
Oh, cool.
Lisa Chanou.
Oh,
she's also in El Paso.
I forgot she's from Texas.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Great. Well, so the way the show works, kind of explained before, but I'll explain also for people that are new to the show. We'll do a deep dive first where I find information of you off the internet, and we'll talk about that, and then we'll play a game, and there's a little prize at the end. Hell yeah. So the first thing, of course, get this not out of the way, but it's the first thing I'm sure comes to mind a lot when you talk to comics and stuff. You were the guy that drew the flyers for Chatterbox.
Yeah.
For a while.
13 years.
Yeah. How did that start? How did you...
Oof. I started going there when I turned 21. It was the weekend the weekend I got back from the military.
Oh, wow.
And my buddy Tony Latier took me to the Chatterbox, and I was I had a blast that first night, and this guy named Mo and his chick basically were showing me the ropes on how to drink. I think they were just mom and dadding me the whole night, and not super crazy, but I just kind of kept going after that because I was the vibe here is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's chill.
And I just kind of kept going, and then I was drinking a lot. And I was oh shit. It was a cheap enough place, but I also wasn't making hella bread or anything like that. So I think at the time I kind of proposed this idea to Steve because I'd been in the comedy night by accident a few times, and I was oh, this is sick. But there's not too many people here. And the flyers beforehand, I knew that they had a guy named Rusty, and his stuff was awesome, but I hadn't seen it till way later. And the stuff they had on the walls and stuff, I was just kind of this show is just so different and cool, and it felt raw. And I was damn, I would love to make artwork for this, because previously I'd been making hardcore flyers for this place called the Hyde Park Half in Inglewood. Oh. It was thrown on by this guy named Rami and Rami, and it was for me that was awesome. I was just getting into shows that way,
right?
And I think at the time I was well, maybe we can do that again, And I proposed it to Steve, hey, let me do the flyers. I would love to illustrate some stuff for you. And he was kind of not a chance. No. We got a thing going here.
Yeah.
No, we got a flyer guy. And then one day I guess he dropped out. It was around Christmas time. And they were I think I did one previous, I did a flyer for them, I think in October. And they were oh, that was cool. But we got one more with this guy. And then he fell through, and then they just kind of kept using me.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it just never stopped.
That's great. How did that coincide with your tattoo work?
I felt for the tattoo stuff, in the beginning I was doing stuff that I wasn't normally drawing.
Right.
Just kind of trying to get the basics down, and I felt they were trying to push me more towards a traditional route. So in the beginning, I was still illustrating for the box quite a bit, but I tried to keep those realms separate at first. And then I worked for this one guy named Mikey, and he basically was hey, man, this style that you're trying to do, for tattooing, it's kind of stale. Something's not there, and it seems disingenuous. It just doesn't seem like you're really, putting what you do into that.
Right.
So he was like, I think you should do more stuff like how you do your flyers, like super crazy. He's like, I think that would do well for you. And that's when I started kind of mixing the two and like kind of putting some raw illustration stuff out there, black and gray, like something readable. And I don't know, I think over time they just kind of started, the ideas started kind of coming together, and now here we are.
Yeah, that's dope. Right now you're going to be moving eventually, but right now you're at, what is it, Fight Street Tattoo?
Figaro Street Tattoo.
Figaro Street.
Yeah.
My penmanship did that, yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's in Cypress Park. And my buddy Caveman and Victor, they run that place. And I met them while I was camping with another shop that I was with.
Right.
We went to Lake Kachuma, and we had a blast, and it was cool. And then did a couple guest spots there. And then I think on my way out of the last shop, I already had a guest spot planned. And I shot over there, and I was just like, hey, I'm kind of floating right now. And they're like, stay. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm at now.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like that. I like when you're able to find stuff like that.
I love Lake Kachuma.
Lake Kachuma's sick.
Dude, it's so tight. I just went
I love
camping there
saying
like a few months ago.
It's awesome.
It's so tight.
I honestly like the little lake, just everyone that was camping there. It was a good vibe, man.
Yeah, you can go there at certain times and there's nobody there too. Like,
Really?
Yeah, we got there was only one other camper when we were there, and so the whole area was just empty.
Dude,
It was
that dock
awesome.
out there by
Yeah.
that little restaurant.
Oh, I don't even know what that is actually.
Oh, it's like right where they dock all the boats and
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
And there's like a little restaurant on the corner, and like straight up, like at night, you could see every fucking
Yeah, the
star
stars were
known to
great,
man out
dude.
there.
Yeah, dude, it was so
it's
good.
insane, like galaxy type shit. Where I was like, whoa,
Very little
clear.
light pollution.
yeah, super cool.
That's great. I love that. So that's where people can find you now. Are you still, until you move, are you still working, like taking on people?
Oh yeah, I feel like this has been kind of a busy time for me, where I've been like, hey, I'm leaving, and people were like, oh shit, like I gotta get in, and it's kind of been like this nonstop little thing. I mean, for me, it's cool because it's never usually like this, so it's been
Right.
kind of a good exit, I think, so
Hell
far.
yeah. And I like seeing your work. I think I know several comics that have gotten you like on them.
Yeah.
Some, still not around anymore, but some were. I think the one that I knew the freshest was Josh Michaels, who's like,
Yeah,
I don't know where that guy is, but I hope he's well, I guess.
same.
But yeah, you do some really cool stuff. And if people want to check him out before he moves to Texas, Figaro Street
Yeah, Figueroa Street in Cypress Park.
Tattoo. And and then if people want to follow you to Texas, how can they find you like on Instagram and stuff? You want to shout out your tags?
Head across the street. I've been going by that name since I was like 9 years old. The neighbor kids across the street. My best friend still to this day, John Pierre Mosquera, and his brother George. They had a stepdad named Eddie. My dad's name was Ed, and they were homies. So they kind of at the time they'd be over kind of, and then there was me. So there was like 3 Eds in the house at once sometimes, and they just were kind of like, it's Ed across the street.
If you were in a cul-de-sac, that'd be the greatest
Right?
correlation ever.
Cul-de-sac was like one little block over, but yeah.
I don't think he gets it. Ed and Eddie is the joke.
Oh. Fuck.
That one's just for me.
I literally pulled up a picture of Johnny yesterday. I was making fun of one of my coworkers. I was like, this is
That's
what you look
great.
like.
Dude, 2 things popped in my head. One, they're getting a reboot, which
I
is
seen
really
that.
cool. And the other thing is like 2 weeks ago, Daniel Cabral showed up to the mic and he was dressed exactly like Quagmire from Family Guy. Like he had the leather shoes and everything. It was great. It was so funny.
I work with a guy that sounds like Quagmire.
Giggity.
Yeah.
The last thing before we get into the game, wait, can I ask if this is not too personal? You're from like San Gabriel Valley, right? Like,
I was born like Torrance area. That's like,
Right.
I think I was born in like Lakewood or something, but Torrance was where I first started, and then parents split up.
right.
Mom went to Long Beach for like a split second, and then we were in Covina. So I've been in Covina since I was like 8 years old. And
Yeah, because you mentioned like the first part you went. That's kind of like where everyone goes when they turn 21 in that area. Like,
Yeah.
When I was turning 21, I was getting people who were like messaging me from high school that were like, "Hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" I was like, "I have no idea." I was like, "You know what you should do?"
Yeah.
And everyone recommended Chatterbox. It's a great place. Like even First of all, the comedy environment in Chatterbox is like one of the best in like the Los Angeles, California area. But also, like, even without that, it's a local like namestay. You know, everyone. I don't know if I use that word right, but like all of the kids when they turn 21, that's where they go. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I still get reminded on Facebook of like old posts, and it's just me fucking raging. It's just like, what are we doing tonight, boys? Like just being fucking nuts, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm deleting all this shit.
You know what's funny is like I'm definitely not that kind of a guy. Like I never had that personality, but I was a very heavy drinker when I first started.
Same.
It's this thing of what it was with me was like, people would think I was a lightweight, and then they'd watch me drink, and it's like, oh, it's because of I developed this very terrible habit in high school where I would chug my beverages because I don't have a very reactive gag reflex, so like I wouldn't cough easily. I'd be able to chug, and it stemmed from middle school. Me and my little brother would challenge each other all the time with like sodas, and so I'd get used to carbonation, so my throat got used to it. And so naturally when I drank stuff, I was drinking it quickly, and it was a problem. And so the funny part about it was like how unassuming I was, you know, because like this, but without the beard, softer, smoother skin. I'm 21. I look like a teddy bear that walks around. And then like, so it'd be funny because I'd be at Mike's and I'd use beers to hold my seat at the bar.
Yeah, I do the same shit.
And so like I'd be gone the whole time talking to comics outside, and then I'd waddle in, you know, head above the counter, grab the drink, chug it like a Viking, and then walk out again. So that was funny. It was funny, but it was like not good for me. So I had to stop. I've slowed down since then. But yeah, that's great. That's funny. I think, I don't remember if this is true. You might have, because you were wrestling in high school, right?
I did wrestle in high school.
And I believe you're the same graduating year as my oldest brother, Anthony.
Anthony who?
He goes by Anthony. Anthony's his middle name, Ricardo Reyes. So I don't know if you guys have came across it, but he was wrestling around the same time that you were. So I was just curious.
There was like 200 people on that team.
True,
there was like a group of fucking people on that team. I was like they had kids that had been wrestling since they were like 3, and they were all like just super badasses, like super soldier type.
It's crazy when they start off that, I guess.
Right. But their program had been going so long. I joined because I was like, I think I was getting bullied like my freshman year. Like right out the gate, I think like first week of school I got jumped by a neighbor.
Whoa.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And he was just like, I don't know, trying to prove himself or something. He had no real reason. Apologized to me later, but that's why I joined originally. Like all my neighborhood friends were in wrestling, and they were like, you should do this.
Yeah, I think I saw a lot of that in our areas. Like kids either joined wrestling or they joined boxing at the local club, which they shut down for the stupidest reason because the coach got in a beef with the mayor.
I mean,
in Baldwin Park. I don't know if you've ever heard Baldwin Park. If you're from Baldwin Park, everyone knows the beef between the mayor and like the local kids coach of boxing is bonkers. Like it was a very public beef to the point where they almost fought each other. And
why would you fight the boxing coach?
He got that guy fired. It was a whole thing. That guy's not the mayor anymore. Now it's some dude. I don't want to say some dude. It's fuck, I can't remember his name, and I know him. We went to school together. But now it's a better person. Shout out Baldwin Park. But yeah, that's great. I think that's everything. I do these cards. It's fun. Now we're going to get into the game. What are we at? Just to make sure, because I'm kind of talking really fast. Hell yeah, dude. For sure. So now we're going to get into the game. I don't have a name for the game yet. We should come up with a name. But the way it works, for anyone who's unaffiliated, there are 5 total questions, but only 4 that gain you points, each incrementally more than the last. So we're going to start with the icebreaker, which is 5 points, then 10, then 15, and then 25 for the best friend question for a total of 55 points. You also will be eligible for bonus points, but we'll get into those as we go along. You know, this show is about friendship. It's meant to be fun and chill, but it is also a serious business endeavor, and that's why we keep the questions in the briefcase of business.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that little briefcase?
Timo.
You wanted a full-size briefcase when they sent you that.
That's so funny.
Honestly, it was a thing of like...
You thought, how much did that cost?
It was like $1. Honestly, it was a thing of like I had to prepare for an event where I needed like 500 balloons, and they have a $20 minimum, and I was at $19. So I was just like...
oh shit, that briefcase is calling to me.
It's been so fun. Everyone loves the little click clack.
I love it.
It's great. So we're starting with the icebreaker question. What is your favorite cartoon, either now or like your favorite from childhood, or both?
Oh man,
Yeah.
favorite? That's a lot. I was a big cartoon head. I feel like
No, I'm a huge. Even now, I watch a lot of like adult cartoons, and I'll watch like reruns of old ones. I love Ed, Ed and Eddie. I think that's one of my favorites.
I think right now, one of my favorites is Common Side Effects.
Yes,
I really fucking like that
Me
show.
and my brother got super into it. It's the only show I ever. It's the only show in like a decade that I watched as it aired and didn't just wait for it to be bingeable later.
Yeah.
It was great.
I felt like I was following along too, and I was like, are they allowed to do this?
Yeah, it's. I don't know if you've seen it, Josh.
Never
It's
even
super
heard of
big on like big pharma conspiracies, like real life ones. It's like introspective. It also talks about like
Mike Judge is in it.
self sense and yeah,
He's doing his Hank Hill voice.
Yeah, the guy's drawn like Hank Hill, but in that dude's style, it's so funny.
And you hear him, and I couldn't put my finger on it at first, and I was like, what the hell?
And I can't remember who he played, but the guy that
And the
wrote
sheriff,
it,
too.
the guy that wrote it, and he's the main character, was like in Community. He had like a side character.
Oh, okay.
He like is friends with a bunch of writers in that area of like LA writing.
That's sick.
It's pretty cool.
Oh,
He's
it's
also
pretty
great.
new.
I like Community.
Yeah, it came out I think either last year or the year before. They're supposed to get a season 2, but I don't know. We could, if we like very much, if any show was like not getting one for nefarious reasons, it's this show.
Yeah.
It's a big conspiracy show, but it's fun. Yeah, that's a great answer.
I really like Primal too. I thought that was great because
I liked the first season, and then they started introducing new characters. I'm like, but my little brother loves Primal. He's seen all of it.
I really liked it. I just felt like the no dialogue thing, like
That's pretty cool.
just yelling. I thought
Yeah.
there was so many other things that kind of expressed, what they were feeling.
It's made by the same guy that made Samurai Jack.
Yep.
And that guy's dope. That guy's, if I remember, he's like friends with the dude that made Powerpuff Girls, and
Yeah, I
they're
think so.
friends with the guy that created the Gorillas.
Oh shit, nice.
So that's cool. But yeah, that guy's a dope artist. I rewatch Samurai Jack all the time.
Yeah, I feel like it plays right after I always finish Primal, and I'm always like,
Makes sense.
the little Samurai
great.
Jack song comes on, super catchy.
Do you have information? Oh.
You want to talk about Samurai Jack?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not a cartoon guy.
Yeah, I like some cartoons. I liked Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold's sick.
Hey Arnold is fire. It's
I remember-
so chill.
I remember watching Harriet the Spy, and they played the first
I remember watching that in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing that.
It was like a little clip of like a little episode of Hey Arnold right before the movie started.
right before
It's
Hey
really-
Arnold ever came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember watching it with my whole family, and we all walked out being like, I don't know, the movie sucked, but that little cartoon at the beginning was pretty cool. I remember literally saying that.
I remember that because I'm slightly younger. But I do remember like when certain shows that are popular now were shorts that they would play in between actual shows.
Right.
Like Fairly Odd Parents when it was just like 10-minute shorts. I always loved those early episodes because the original Cosmo was supposed to be Phil Hartman, and then he passed, so they're like, you can't do Phil Hartman.
Damn, I missed that show too. All those had really catchy title songs. I was like, dude, this is great.
Great. I love that style of anime. I one thing I like talking about is like in like 2012 there was a writer strike for animators, and Butch Hartman was part of it. He almost left Nickelodeon for it. But what it led to that was really cool is the producer company Frederator, which is the one that's after the Frederator, after those cartoons, created a site for independent animators to have a place to showcase their stuff.
Oh, it's sick.
And it was called Frederator Nation. I think it's still up, but it's like less active. It was like Newgrounds, but for animation that's not gross.
Right.
And a lot of great cartoons came out of that eventually became like regular, not syndicated, but like produced shows. Like Bee and Puppycat came from there, and Bravest Warriors. I'm sure, I don't know if you guys know those guys. If you Google them, it's a lot of fun. If you're into like anime or like parody anime, those two shows are really great. I keep saying I want to save up for a colored tattoo, because there's this character called Catbug from Bravest. Yeah, Catbug. It's a purple cat with a ladybug
body,
and he has wings and he flies, and he was played by a kid, so there's only like 2 episodes of it. But he says they give him the dumbest line. It's so fun. There's I swear I'll round up and then we'll move on. It's just my favorite thing to talk about. There's this scene where he's teleporting between dimensions, talking to the main characters and giving them presents from their parents who were lost in the other dimension. And one of the characters goes, "Thank you for these presents, Catbug. Next time you see our parents, can you let them know we got them and we love them?" And he's like, "Sure, but I don't know when I can't control this power. It might never happen again." And then he freaks out and disappears. It's great. It's a good show. Anyway, I'm going to give that full 5 points because I also like common side effects.
Hell yeah.
For if it happens a new season.
I really hope they do because, it was just too good.
It was great. My favorite thing, I think I tried to recreate that moment with Sylvia last 2 years ago, is when the federal agents, do we have anyone good? And then the
it's
dance
just them
sequence.
dancing in the car.
We're doing good. So now we are at what I call the firm handshake question. I also, because these don't match the cards, it's stranger, acquaintance, friends, best friends.
Ah, yes.
So this is a firm handshake question. And the question is, what's a silly thing you like to draw when you're bored? Your silliest doodle that you just like to draw. I knew this girl that she liked to draw this T-Rex, and it was just a bunch of squigglies. But it was the exact same T-Rex every time.
Nowadays I feel like it's just skulls. I don't really have any funny things that I do too much. Every so often I feel like I create a little character and I'll throw it out there, and it doesn't necessarily go with any of my flash or anything.
Right.
And it almost seems like it'd be more of a flyer design, but there's always one or two that I'll do. There's this, what's his name? I think I named him Theodore the First Date Frog, and he's just a frog with a nice dress shirt and slacks, and he has a little bouquet and chocolates. And he just looks super stoked, but I think that was kind of the last little funny guy I've made.
I love that. Yeah, I try to because I like to design and I like to draw, and I went to art school.
Did you?
But I went to PCC.
Oh, how was their program over there?
It was great. When I went there, they had just I was pushed to go there because I made my senior project on graphic design, the history of graphic design.
Nice.
And so my art teacher pushed me to go to PC because they had just they got a grant for their art program. So they had a new building. They had a bunch of new teachers. One of the classes was taught by the dude that animated Last Airbender. So it was cool. I didn't have that class, but he was in the building. So it was cool. It was not 100% where I wanted to go art-wise. So I didn't stop. I stopped going after a while. But it was fun. What I was getting is to kind of re-up the stuff I like to draw, I have these little exercises that I do. And one of them is I try to draw Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes by memory.
Oh, nice.
And it's I'm not trying to draw, I don't want it to be a perfect Calvin. I'm just trying to remember how to use rounded shapes to create a character so that I'm not, because when I overthink it, my drawings come out weird and overly squiggly and graphic, and so I'm just start with hair and an ear and then see where that goes.
It's good to have a nice base.
Yeah. So that one's worth 10. I'll give it 6.
What the fuck? I didn't know I could do bad on that one. Fuck.
Well, we mentioned earlier there is opportunities to go for bonus points. Would you like to attempt to earn a bonus point?
Okay, cool.
So the way it works, we've updated this process is you have to give me a good high five, and if I believe it's a good high five, then you get to roll for bonus points. All right, you ready?
Some high fives just don't land, though. We're doing it now.
That's exactly it. That was good.
solid.
We'll give it to you. That was solid.
Yeah.
I have this thing where I used to judge the high five itself, and people would wonder, like, what's the criteria? It's like, I don't know. You just know when it's a good high five.
You
know?
try.
Anyway, so we're going to...
But not trying to hurt someone. You know how little kids do it?
You don't want to smash their hand, but you can feel a
Little
good
kids
high five.
sting when they do it. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, and that's
jerk.
like a grown man's version of like just too hard of a handshake.
That is
Yeah.
exactly what's going on. And you
Exactly.
know that kid's going to grow up to be, kind of,
Yeah.
by the high five. You're like, you're going to break my hand in the future.
Yeah.
On some mad shit.
Okay, so I'm going to hold this little tray. We haven't named the tray yet. And then you roll.
You could probably just set it like right here so the camera can see him roll it.
True.
Like right by your drink. There you go.
And it just...
It'll just roll and it'll just stop, and then whatever it is, we'll. What was it?
Just 2.
Oh yeah, 2 points.
So that
Nice.
6 jumps up to an 8. That's not terrible. Out of
Yeah.
10.
It's not terrible. Damn.
That's great.
That's great. What the fuck happens with these points?
So the next one is the dab question. So this one is a bit more pointed. We kind of started talking about it, but what got you started in drawing in the first place? Like, did it start with the flyers, or did it start like as a child? What's sort of your journey with art is what the question says.
I think my parents didn't really know how to like... I don't think they knew what to do with me. I was a very hyper kid.
Right.
And I think that was kind of the only thing that got me quiet and settled down. So I felt like I was always asking questions and always just being kind of in the way. And I think once the papers and pencils got brought out, it was like, oh, there he goes, you know? And I think they just kind of used that as a way of coping with who I was in a way. They were both artists. My dad, he does upholstery for cars and stuff. So he's like always drawn and sketched, even when he was a kid. And he's always made badass drawings. And my mom as well was like pretty good at drawing. She would always draw me dinosaurs and different stuff like that, but like really well done. And they always pushed me to like kind of not necessarily do it like as a profession. I think once I kind of presented that, they were like, whoa. And I was like, well, what the fuck? Why'd you buy me all these supplies for all the years? Like, I was only getting those big boxes.
This is coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, like, wow, you're really blindsiding us with this. It's like, what the fuck? Like, so I, for me, that's kind of where it began. And then I started doing flyer work when I was 15 years old. And that's kind of where that started. I was working at 15 up.
That's great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mine was, I kind of like pursued it on my own. Like it started with when I was a kid, and it's like probably one of the oldest memories I have when I was like a toddler. I was like 3, is before my little brother was born. I was the youngest kid, and there was no one close enough to my age range to really interact with.
Yeah.
And so I remember we'd like visit. I don't remember if we were still living there or if I was visiting, but we'd go to Texas, and my like oldest cousin at the time, Yvette, would babysit me, and she'd give me those like baby angel Bible books, the like coloring books, and I would trace and color all day. And so I had a thing about tracing, and then I'd buy tracing books, like learn to draw Goku and stuff, and then that turned into learning to draw books, and then that turned into when I was 9, I asked to join the comic book classes that they offered at the teen center.
Oh, okay. That's sick.
And so that's where it started. And I don't think I was ever like, I never did anything professionally till after high school, because there was a lot of great artists. And even one like, who, she does it kind of like on her own for herself. Her name's Myra. She's my old high school friend. Shout out to Myra. I think she watches the show. But she was a great artist, and so I was always like, if people are doing it right now, I'll wait till I'm better.
I mean, I get it.
And then eventually it just became a thing where it's like I developed a style that I enjoyed, and it's like I draw for myself. Sometimes I get work from it. I've drawn like several tattoos for different family members and stuff.
That's sick.
And that's cool. But yeah, so that's kind of like where I started with it. What got you into like how did that turn into tattooing?
Oof. The first time I ever did a tattoo was at a friend's house. They were kind of pushing me to do it.
Right.
And on myself. I didn't get to do it on anyone. And my friend Servando was the first person to push it on me and was like, hey, like, I think you would, I think you would do good because he was tatting all the friends up, just putting like little barrels on them.
That's fine.
It was pretty sick, and I think they were Barrel Crew or some shit like that. They had some cool little thing going on. I never got one, but I ended up tattooing a little monster mouth on my leg, and I was like, oh my god, like I did a fucking tat. And I remember going home that day with Servando, him showing my mom, and my mom kind of be like, what the fuck? And I was like, I think I want to do this. And I think I was like 19, and she was like, fuck no, you're tripping. And so a couple of years, I think 1 year went by, and then like my brother-in-law picked me up some tattoo machines from like a fucking like swap meet or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey man, like I got you these, and like it was like all kinds of tubes and stuff, and I was too intimidated to put it together or do anything like that, and I kind of was just like, fuck, like nah, this is too much, I don't have a steady hand, like I just don't want to, no. And I just remember being really intimidated by it. And then I was working at the UFC gym Rosemead, right there off the 10 freeway. And my mentor, Kang Vo, he was signing up for the gym, I think. And he came and kind of hit me up and was like, hey, I heard you're an artist. Like, do you want to do this? I just opened up a shop down the street, and I wanted to see if you wanted to do an apprenticeship or something. And I was like, no, like, like I was terrified, like, yeah. And also he was like this, like kind of intimidating character at the time for me. And I was just kind of like, no, I don't think that's like the path for me, just kind of like pushing it off. And then, one day I quit there, like super abrupt, like I threw my hat off and everything. I had a disagreement with a coworker. I was like 24, 25.
Right.
I threw my hat off, and I was just like on the freeway smoking a cigarette, stuck in traffic, and I was like, hey, you still got that like apprenticeship thing open? And he's like, yeah, we're hanging light fixtures right now. Like, get over here. So like immediately, like I was like hanging up these big old like wooden light fixtures, and I remember him being like, oh, so you think you could tattoo, huh? Like, and I was pretty cocky, I think, in the beginning, and he was like, yeah, do a tattoo on your leg. Let's get it started. And I put like one of my flyer designs on my leg, and I was like, oh, let's go. And I started doing it. And at that moment, I kind of really realized, like, I am in over my fucking head. And he was just kind of like, oh, yeah. And that's kind of where it began. Like, I was just like, okay, well, I'm just going to listen to everything you say, Sure. Or try to.
Yeah, a couple people have told like, recommended me. I'm like, I like what I draw, and I'm always happy to make stencils for people. And I'm like, there's so much more skills I have to learn that I don't know if I'm committed to that. And it's not because you kind of have to be like to get good at it, Yeah. And my whole thing is like when I make stuff for someone, I can take my time and I can like fuck up and turn that fuck up into something else. And there's erasers. Can't do that on somebody's skin.
Once you fully monetize what you're doing that you love, I think that's when things get like, oh shit, like. I gotta get better. If I don't,
Yeah.
we're gonna keep doing this, And
I'm always just nervous, like, because right now it's a thing of like I have this kind of like wabi sabi mentality where it's like the stuff that I make, if something happens, I can always turn it into something like Bob Ross, like happy accident.
I always think of it like that too, where I'm like, well, even if like a client or someone turns something down, it's like, well, I could probably give that to someone else,
True.
Or like. Yeah. Maybe it can be used for XYZ later down the road. And sometimes that happens, Yeah. I do old pieces of Flash where I'm like, oh, shit, that's kind of outdated. But at the same time, I'm like, I still got love for it because it's one of my little dudes,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool.
That's great. I think I'll give that one the full point, so that's 15.
You think? What the fuck?
I decide. No. So now we're at the best friend one. It's a best friend locket. That one's fun. Oh, shit.
So that was our final question?
That was the yellow, so we're on the orange. We're on the final one for the game.
Got it.
We're on it now.
But I thought there's pink.
Yeah. Oh,
we'll explain.
Get to that, yeah.
What's something that you do when no one's around? It doesn't have to be, super personal, just like something that you do for yourself or you Doesn't have to be cringy or anything.
Yeah, is there something that you do that you feel like no one else does? Or like
I know people do it, but I sing in the car a lot.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God.
I know everyone does it, but I'm like in there fucking singing in the fucking car. And I don't do it in the shower because I can hear my neighbors kind of a little bit because I live in a back house. So, like, I don't do it at home, but when I'm in the car, I'm like, this is my zone. And I try to do it at karaoke once in a while. The last time I did karaoke, the DJ started just like trying to wrap me up. Like there was a whole nother fucking verse. And he was like, all right, and next we got sitting. I was like, oh, okay, we're just going to stick to the car.
What song did you pick?
Fucking Bobby Caldwell. Like I was like, this is an easy song for me. And then he was just like not having it. And I was like, okay.
That's crazy.
I thought it was chill.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying, dude. I won't ever do karaoke. It's terrifying to me.
It wasn't Dom, by the way. It was in Portland. Some dude was just like, all right, Cindy's next with Alien Ant Farm. And I was like, what the fuck?
Alien Ant Farm is great. That's an insane karaoke song.
To Rush You Have.
Dude, straight up killing it. Like,
that's hilarious. They were great.
And deep cuts, too. I was like, how is this in the karaoke rotation?
So funny. They were good.
It wasn't even movies or the Smooth Criminal song. It was like deep cuts. And I was like,
it was it wasn't even the Smooth Criminal?
No, it was like nothing that was a hit on there. And she was killing it. And I was like, well, fuck.
I think it's funny when
hilarious.
karaoke ones have that. There used to be one on Citrus and Covina called Bishuman.
I think I've heard of that.
It was a sushi spot. I think now it's like a pool hall.
Oh, okay.
But and they had a book with like 500 songs in it. It was like that thick. And it was so funny what they did and didn't have.
Did they have like private rooms? Or was it
It was like a big space. There was like a back area, but like now kind of everyone. The way it worked was like you just request the mic and they would bring it to you wherever you were sitting, and there was TVs everywhere. You could sing from your seat.
Oh.
Which made it really annoying for people who wanted the attention because they'd have to give it up, and people would walk up to the table and take the mic from them.
Oh.
No, and,
like popcorn, kind of?
Yeah, like I remember it was my turn and it was my song, and I walk up to these ladies and they're just like, and I'm like, yoink.
What'd you sing?
I sang. What did I sing? I sang
R-E-S-P-E-C.
I know what? No. Fuck. What did I sing? I sang Johnny Be Good.
Oh, okay.
Was it Chuck Berry? Johnny Be Good. Yeah. I that same week I had been binge watching Back to the Future, so I knew.
I was just gonna say it's written by Marty McFly, I think.
Yeah. You know, it's fun fact. Michael J. Fox plays the guitar in that scene, but he's not singing. It's actually Mark Hamill.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was one of Mark Hamill's earlier. Yeah, one of his earlier, because Mark Hamill's also a voice actor.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The irony was, like, when he got called to play Luke, he was more interested in voice acting. He didn't know it was going to be big until it was.
He wanted to be Yoda.
Yeah. He went out for Darth Vader.
Yeah, there's some songs I think I would be fun. There's songs I'm good at. You know, like I don't think I'm a good singer. I do think there's songs I like singing, you know.
Yeah.
Like my favorite song. Oh, this is why it was funny. They had super specific songs. Like they had I'll Find a Way from Disney from Hercules. And they had like super niche. But they had Al Green and they didn't have Let's Get Together or Tired of Being Alone, which is like two of his most popular songs. It was weird that they didn't have that.
Yeah.
They had what's his name? Billy Withers, but they didn't have Ain't No Sunshine. It's crazy. Anyway,
just deep cuts.
It's great. I think the thing I do, it was funny because my first thought when I read the question and I was writing it down was I talk to myself when I'm by myself.
I do that sometimes, only sometimes.
And I always think it's funny when someone walks in on me because I'm not just thinking out loud. Like I think other people describe talking to yourself as thinking out loud. I'm having conversations out loud, like two people, and it's fun.
Okay, I think when I'm drawing, I make sound effects sometimes.
I do that too.
Like I'll be like, and I'll just kind of be in that zone. But yeah, I think people do that too.
Yeah, that's the thing I do in public. Like my brain reacts to
I'll talk to myself. Like I'll say things. Like I kind of think out loud. But then like if I'm having a conversation with myself, it's ironically, it's not genuine. It's like I'm like joking with myself kind of.
I do that too. Where I'm like, oh, nice one.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Jackass.
oh yeah, cool. That's the thing you're gonna do. Awesome, great.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Oh, cool move.
Yeah.
I'll start to do it, and then I'll get mad that I'm being critical of myself. I'm like, shut up, asshole. Like,
Just make it worse.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like,
Like, I'll be like, that was stupid. And I'm like, you're me. Why are you upset at me for that?
I cut my hand in here the other day, and I was like, fuck, idiot. Fuck, what do I do? And I was like doing that kind of thing.
oh, the panic. The
Bleeding
panic
all
talking.
bad. I had to get I had to get stitches and shit.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I cut my hand open with a knife. I was building a shelf in here, and I was cutting a zip tie, and I lost it, and it fucking got me.
Oh,
Yeah, one of those curved ones.
I've never been good with knives, man. I got gifted one during my apprenticeship by my mentor, and it had my name on it.
Cool.
And I was like, oh, sick. And I was the first one at the shop, and no one was there. And I remember just flicking it open and immediately cutting my thumb open. And I was like, oh, shit. And I was so worried about blood exposure and bloodborne pathogens that I was like trying to let the blood bleed on me in a way where it wasn't dripping. And I was like, oh, fuck. I didn't know what to do. And
just stop the bleeding. You just put pressure on that bit.
That's not very smart.
I have very calloused hands, and it's because when I was a kid,
nothing can cut me.
Carve wood and wood. I collected knives when I was a kid.
You sand wood with your hands,
and it made everyone nervous because I was a clumsy kid. Unless it was with a knife, I was twirling it.
Oh Jesus!
I don't know if you saw that scene in Blade when he's messing with that dude and he slaps him. I'm
do that guy.
Yeah,
I can totally see it.
Yeah,
I was spinning with a fucking knife.
Sorry, I wouldn't believe you either. I don't care how good I seen you be with it.
It's funny because I can do that, and I remember I'd recreate that scene, or I learned. It's funny that I learned to do that because my mom taught me not with a knife. She was in her pep squad in school. So she learned to twirl baton, and what happened was Phantom Menace came out, and I wanted to do what Darth Vader did, and she's like, "Oh, I could show you." So she taught me to twirl baton, and I thought I was learning to be Darth Vader, and so now I can staff work.
You can twirl anything.
Yeah,
nice. My mom did not teach me that.
It's funny to be I'm Darth Maul, but then do a bunch of baton toss maneuvers.
Somewhat band leader-esque. Darth Vader.
I'm Darth Maul. All right, let me reset real quick.
I haven't done it in a while because that fat kid on YouTube did that Star Wars video and everyone kept comparing me to it.
In a while, that video's from that video's as old as you.
Exactly. That's been great. I think I'll give that out of 25. I'll give it the full 25.
Thank you. It's the scoring for me because I think we're doing good. You fucking dock me points, and I'm like, what the fuck? That was a great conversation. And he's like, it just didn't fit my criteria.
Yeah, 24.
That's
so funny.
There's a little hurt in this podcast.
Well, let me tally this up.
Yeah, this podcast is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
It's a funny thing of I don't know, we can keep this in, but the points don't matter.
I know.
But it creates that sense of validation that it was unintentional, but it is funny.
You did great.
Now I'm
with all your points, you totaled at 53.
That's pretty good.
And then with your bonus points, your points came to 51, and with your bonus points, you're at 53.
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
That's failing.
Not here.
Oh, shit.
The most you can get is
most without bonus points is 55. The absolute most is 65, unless you do something really cool.
Yeah.
That's why I brought this. Just kidding.
That would be cool. You would get some extra points. You do something cool.
You was a cool, full circle
my
moment.
lizard's dead.
That just remembered a cool full circle moment for me, which was 3 years ago. I was doing another podcast with Dominic. I made a joke about wanting to buy a lightsaber.
Okay.
Some dude from New Jersey liked the joke went viral on TikTok, and so he stitched it and used it as ads for his lightsaber company, and it got so popular that he gave me a free replica lightsaber.
Oh, fucking sick.
So I have Darth Maul's lightsaber.
And it's like that motion sensor kind where it just, you flick it and it's like...
It's got piece. Yeah, it's a thing of like... there's a button activation sequence, and then you can set it to be like, as soon as I flick it up, it turns on.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's dope. It's great. You could change. You can also customize colors and sounds, and it's like that polymer plastic, so it's dueling grade, which is great.
Wow.
Smack people with it, and it won't break. I'm not gonna smack people, but it won't break. So we've reached the end of the game. That was it. Before we move on to the final question, I remind people that the final question doesn't get points because it usually tends to be kind of personal and introspective, and it feels weird to give points to that. But before we do it, you win a prize. You get to pick your prize out of the box of friendship.
Oh shit! Just like Chuck E. Cheese. Dude, this is sick. I'm gonna go with this king finger.
Hell yeah! It's also a fidget popper.
Oh, dude. Yeah, this is gonna keep me busy.
Hell yeah! I feel like I'm forgetting something else before I do the final question. There's something we didn't do that we didn't say.
We usually plug comedians' shows, but we plugged his place already. So
yeah, we plugged your place.
But if you want to say it again, you can. Like where you go, where they can find you, where you work and stuff.
I mean, Figueroa Street Tattoo in Cypress Park. It's like by Glassell Park a little bit, Highland Park area.
Right.
Hell yeah!
That's right.
And that was Ed across the street.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Hell yeah! We'll put that. We'll put that stuff
Ed.com.
in there too. Cool. Okay.
I'm just kidding. That's not a real place.
Okay, so the ride or die question, which we won't answer here, we'll answer in the Patreon, but feel free to give your answers in the comment section, and maybe we'll talk about it next week. What is something in your life you're grateful for? Something that makes you feel complete?
You think about that, yeah.
Ruminate on that, and I'll ruminate on that, and you will see us next time. Have a good day.